Hey, it's day 54 of 100 Days of Making Comics. I'm Gazbot and Nature. So yes, day 54, and as you can see, I went for a little hike. My buddy, the big dog, and I went looking for hiking adventure, and while we were out for a while, didn't get a great adventure. The first place we went to ended up just being like a park at a school where people were playing soccer, and there was nowhere to walk. Then we went to a different place nearby, which seemed better. It was actually surrounded by trees and mountains and forestry and things of that nature. So we pulled up and we paid $6 a park. We're like, this is gonna be a good hike. And it wasn't. We were there for about an hour at the second place, but it was like, okay, let's go down this trail. Do 5 minutes. Oh, there's campgrounds. Okay, let's go to the left. Oh, there's a little river. The end. Turn around, go back, and we spent an hour going on like 5 or 6 trails that only lasted 5 or 10 minutes. So we were outside, got some interesting things to look at, because I wanted to go for a hike beyond just like, hey, let me just walk around here. I wanted to get a little bit more exercise and have something more interesting to look at. And achieved that sort of, but that park will be crossed off my list as a potential hiking area. Nevertheless, out of the house, exercise accomplished. Hit a few stores on the way back, got some Taco Bell, picked it up, had dinner with Q, then watched a bunch of Gravity Falls, which is a television show, which is not productive. However, then I packed up some things I need to mail tomorrow, including some copies of The Horror that I owe my letterer Keith, and a Power Morphicon thing that I traded because I got it for free, didn't want it, trading it for toys I want. Zip, zap, zope. I'm ahead of the game, or at least not so far behind as I was. Well, what does that have to do with anything? Nothing. But now I've done my 30 minutes. It was maybe more like 40 minutes. I did it. What I did is not a lot. I don't know why. I will show you. I know why I will show you. I don't know why it was not a lot. Let me show you. If you remember, we last left off page 8 doing the roughs/pencils. Coming down here, this panel was done. Decided to again pick a sort of easy-ish one. And this is what I was doing. And this is her talking to the librarian, and at this point, he's like, oh, well, here's a bunch of stuff I think about this, and he's kind of ignoring her. She needs to still be drawn in here. But as I was doing it, I realized there's a lot of dialogue that needs to be done, and it's kind of a similar panel. And so what I eventually ended up doing is took that drawing and expanded it and cropped it, and then just sort of put in the dialogue. This is not the real lettering, but okay, this will fit here, and I'll have her peeking over here like, hey, pay attention to me. It's still not perfect, but it's better than it was, and I'll probably be working on this one a little bit more before it's 100% ready, but you can see the difference it made just by zooming in. Maybe I'll flip it. I don't know. It needs more, but I'm in the right direction. So there's that. What? I've changed location? Yeah, I'm back to my old spot that I used to do it from a lot. This is actually on a bookshelf so I could stand up, which is how I kind of... My default is to do that. Lately I've been sitting a lot. I feel like that's killed my energy. But it's just been easier because I'm working and whatever. So as I said, today was not a particularly productive day, but it's the weekend and I did my 30 minutes and fine. So I wanted to tell you this. Another Kickstarter that I backed a while back came in, and this is not somebody I know personally. It's a comic called Wretches. It came in kind of a weird, like it came with a backing board and a bag, like a comic might normally, but it's a weird bag where it's like, it's not enough to fold over and tape, and it's a little loose. I don't know if they cut their own bag or what this is. I don't really care, but it didn't give the best protection because if you look, got a little bit banged up there. No, I don't care, and you know the whole point was to support them, and I don't worry about my comics being super mint. But it's something I worry about when I send my own stuff out. If other people are gonna worry, you know, be upset if it gets slightly bent. So I try to balance safe shipping with cheaper packaging. You know, I don't want to bankrupt myself sending it, but I want people to get it in the right way. Anyway, my point wasn't to criticize their packaging. It was more like, this is a weird comic bag I've never seen. I don't know where that came from. But this is the book. I haven't read it yet, but you can kind of get an idea of the art is very slick, very professional looking. Let me zoom in a little bit. And it just, I don't know anything about it except basically the art looked good to me. And it seemed like some kind of sci-fi story, which looked interesting. I'm trying, as I'm talking, I'm looking if I can find a panel. Oh, and it was signed by the author. The author being James E. Roche. I'm bad at pronouncing names sometimes. There's just like a nice little piece of art. Where is it? I like this girl's face right here. Just a little, hey, what's going on? And it also, in the back, there's a pinup of one of the characters. And then it came with, and I believe these are stretch goals, a print of that same image. And this is like, I don't know, 9 by inches, 9 by other inches numbers, and then these 2 little postcard size ones. Tweet, tweet. So nice little freebie extras. That's one of the great things about a lot of Kickstarters is you oftentimes, because of stretch goals, get more than you pay for, at least in my experience. The ones that are successful, the ones that do well, that happened with Scott Cirkland's and a few other people's. Sometimes people throw stuff in just to be nice. I've done that with orders for prints, or I would throw a button in, that kind of thing. But with the Kickstarters, it's like sort of publicly guaranteed. Not always, but it's just a nice extra perk on top of the perk you're already getting. So that was cool. I actually got that I don't know, a week ago, but I just got around to opening the package and actually looking at it. Not reading it, mind you. But yeah, I'm constantly behind on everything. It's weird. I have different levels. Whatever. You hear me talk about that all the time. Who cares? Tomorrow is Monday, and it's a new day. I still have no client work that is definite, which is odd, because I still have like 4 jobs ready to start at any minute, but I'm, I enjoyed the extra time to do a little house cleaning, do a lot of putting some stuff in eBay. Actually got out of the house a little bit today and things like that. But assuming no client work hits me this week, Monday through Thursday, I'm going to just be working on the horror, and I'm just going to be working on the standee. Now, I might get some exercise, do other things in the meantime, but that's like my focus. Assuming no client work comes in, which in a way I kind of hope it doesn't, at least not until next week. And then the only caveat is that Friday is the convention, and I'm still not sure exactly how I'm going to do that. It might eat up my whole Friday, so I'm not making any promises that. But I want to go kind of a new sort of mode for at least the next 4 days, where I get a lot of work done on the horror, I get a lot of work done on the standee, maybe I catch up on some older videos. I had a Power Morph Con longer video I wanted to do. It's done, I just need to finish editing and throw it up. I have some old toy shots that I never edited, put up. I still some Gazbot in Japan, like I've refocused back on the book, which is good, but it'd be nice to catch up on some other things too. So, barring anything changing, this next 4 days I will be in a more power mode. And at the very least I will be doing more than a half hour on the horror. That's the promise I can make. Beyond that, we'll have to wait and see what happens. What does that mean? I don't know. Well, I know, but you don't. I always say like it's like a big dramatic reveal. Like, look, it's Adam Savage here with me. I almost said Adam Sandler. I almost said Adam West. But Adam Savage! It had to be an Adam. I don't know why. He's the guy from Mythbusters. For those that don't know, I don't actually know him. So yeah, that's it. I'm kind of rambling. I've been rambling a lot. I'm just gonna relax. Look, this is me relaxing. What am I blowing up pot smoke? What is that? That's how you relax. That's why I don't like to relax, because I look so crazy. Hey, how you doing? You all stressed out? No, man, I'm relaxed. Like I'm smoking some kind of weird pipe. Like I'm holding a straw. Like I'm under a swamp, and there's like people with guns looking for me, or a monster, and I'm like, quick, give me that straw. And that's how I relax. Like someone hiding under swamp water from monsters or people with guns. That's probably a good enough time for me to stop it. Today, I'm going to be stopping for the day. The day being 5 plus 4, that would be 9. That's incorrect. We're talking 50 plus 4. That's 54, which is the day we're on. And if today is day 54, well then, you know what that means? We've got 46 days left! I did it. We've got 64. No, we don't. Why don't we? We've got, I did that wrong too. We've got, gosh, this is harder than it should be. Why? We've got